Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm Ryus and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing back. This week we are back with another deck showcase video. I'm going to show you one of the best and the most consistent luck check deck ever made. No, really, I'm not kidding. Yamausagi pretty much fixed all luck check Shigami problems without actually being broken. But before that, we got a few cards adjustments, so let's cover that real quick. The first one is one of the Golden Rokuyo dice effect got nerfed. I think this was either the luck check 6 effect or the luck check 5, I forgot. But they reduced the damage to 3 damage. I mean, that's a fair debuff because after this activates, it will double the effect. It's understandable that you don't want this effect to stack too fast. The card is still perfectly usable. Now, I don't agree with this one. Amanozako does not need any more nerfs. She is fine. She's not crazy powerful. This nerf completely kills the card, but I think you'll still play it because it's an early game fear marker and it doubles also as a snipe card for Amanozako. The next is War Fear Smoke. They reduced the attack gain but gave the Shigami haste. I think this is much better. Kamikui fields are actually pretty decent, but they're really slow. Now, at least the Shigami will gain haste and you will be able to put a Shigami on the combat zone after activating the field. They also adjusted the level 3 field. They reduced the attack gain, but it makes Kamikui attacks after you defeated a Shigami in the combat zone. I'm not sure about this one, but I do feel like the old one was slightly better. Let me know which one you like better. Next is, oh hell yeah! Transformation Scythe is back to +2. Garuda players are eating good. This card is one of the cards that made Garuda really scary. Because once per turn you can use Garuda as a 4 attack damage dealing option with attack immunity. So that was really good. And speaking of reverting to the old effect, they reverted Suzuka Gozen Evolve to the old one. It is projectile 2 now. Yeah, this is good. I like it. I'm not sure if this will make Fragro come back, but it's a really good buff. Next is Hakuzosu Blazing Trail. Man, this is like his 3rd card adjustment and nobody has used him. This card now has a trick effect that's basically a non-AoE version of the actual effect. I guess it's decent. Then his SSR also got adjusted. Now he can get a direct hit if he's attacking a Shigami that has a lower attack than him. Why? His main gimmick is immunity against high attack Shigami, but the effect is for lower attack? Really, Netties? This is the best that you could come up with? This is really bad. Nobody will ever craft this card. Next is Kurodoji Double Joint Attack. Now it also gives Shirodoji a +1/+1 when he attacks. Yeah, this is decent. It makes the double attack slightly more powerful and keeps Shirodoji a little bit more tanky. And now this is a good card. This card not only gives a pretty decent stats boost, but now it also gives draw on activation. It's definitely a welcome addition because Link deck usually struggles with the card advantage. And that's about it with the card adjustment. I think it's a decent one for this batch. I really do not like the Amanozako nerf and the inconsistent gimmick of Hakuzosu, but oh well, what can I do? So for now, let's jump into the deck rundown, shall we? So, in my opinion, Yamausagi Zashiki is one of the best support luck ever gets. Like, holy shit. I wish they could make a support like this for every other archetype. Maybe for charge. Or field. Maybe for cooking. Maybe. She fixes pretty much the one problem that's been plaguing luck decks since the start. That is, not landing the actual luck check. But there is a catch. Her main gimmick, the fortune dice, that in itself is randomized, so you won't be able to consistently get a fortune dice 4, 5, 6 all the time. Sometimes you will get 1, 2, 3. But she also has a card that can take advantage of the low numbers, like Luck Toss for example. It makes the targeted Shigami do a luck check. The lower the number, the lower the Paperman stats will be. So before you activate the Luck Toss, you will want to put the low fortune dice number on it so that your Yamausagi won't get killed. In my opinion, you don't really need her SSR. Sure that it will help, but you can completely do without it. As for Kappa, if you don't like his card or you don't have it, you could use Jikikairu instead. But I don't really recommend Yoko because having only one blocker for luck deck is kind of risky. So anyway, this is the card priority list. For high priority, there are two important forms that you want to get in your hand. The first one is Curiosity. This will allow you to stack Komatsumaru stats early on, and by the time you want to attack with her, she would have more than enough power to take out anyone in the combat zone. Then Treasure Box. If your hand is looking bad, this is your savior. Because we cannot bring the OG Zashiki, this is the next best thing. And it also heals you if you land the luck check. Next is Nimble Leap and Water Missile. I know that I would usually put the targeting cards in the situational choice, but with this deck you want to be able to stop any threats as soon as they appear. So having these two cards at the start will make your setup more easier and will keep your Shigami alive longer. Now for the situational choice, I would put Summer Kappa, River Song, Golden Rokuyo Dice, and Pinecone Raid. River Song is not only good for the AoE damage, but also that 3 projectile. Combine that with the AoE, that could potentially clear any pesky Shigami that is staying in the combat zone. At most, that will equal to 5 projectile. Then we have Pinecone Raid. This card not only damages your opponent's Shigami, but it will also stun it if you land the luck check. Now, Golden Rokuyo Dice is a good card, but in my opinion, it's a win more card. It has tons of great effect, maybe except the Fortune Dice 4, but it's really slow. So if you don't want to invest in the SSR, just bring her other cards. Then we have Summer Kappa. This form is actually really good in this deck because we can actually control the luck check, meaning it is easier to heal using the form. As for finisher, we have quite the selection, but our main one would be Dazzling Box. Because how often we can luck check, it's very easy to fire off the 10 damage projectile at the end phase. And it will also give extra orbs if you land the luck check. Then we have Yamausagi Evolve. This is really powerful. This will make your fortune dice cost no orbs and fire off projectile equal to the dice number. It's an amazing finisher card. You cannot believe how many times I win games just because of this card. And if that all wasn't enough, you can pull out a Swamp Chronicle. A fully bossed Swamp Chronicle will be a 16 stats piercing form with Unyielding. And normally, people would surrender the moment I put this on Kappa because they know they cannot get over it unless they waste a lot of cards or have instant kill. And that's about it for the deck rundowns. It's a surprisingly powerful deck. I got a tons of wins using this deck, as you can see here. And when using luck deck, it really knowledge checks your opponent. If they're smart, they will know who to snipe and stop. If not, you will get to roll even more dice. So yeah, let's have fun gambling and move on with the replays. Our first battle is up against the deck that cooks. Both of our decks are a late game deck, but they got a slight advantage in burst ability thanks to their Gomaru. But as long as we disrupt them and try to keep them from cooking too much, we should be able to win this. Ideally with this deck you want to go first if you have Curiosity in your hand or Treasure Box. But if not, it doesn't really matter what turn you get because we're pretty chill until we reach level 2. The easiest way to use this deck, if you've never played any luck deck, is just to try and find both of those forms and just wait until you get all of your cards or until Komatsumaru gets big enough to smash through anything. I didn't immediately use Curiosity because I do not want to leave my combat zone empty. If they got that first hit with Gomaru, their cooking would be much more faster and we could be defeated by that. For now, we'll just keep using Hakushojo as a blocker. On their turn, of course, they went with the most predictable move, using Shokurei, then put the level 1 form on him. We need to get rid of it right now. On our turn, we put New Year Promise, then put the Lucky Dice 3 on our Yamausagi. We fire off the perfect timing on Shokurei, and because he has 3 attack, that will instantly kill him. This could be dangerous because our combat zone is empty, and they would probably level up ChoCho to level 2 next turn. On their turn, they will evolve ChoCho, and as we predicted, they assault and activate One Night Dreams to force Gomaru to attack. Now they have 2 ingredients but don't have any delicacy yet. So as long as we kill their Gomaru, their cooking plan will be delayed by quite a bit. On our turn, we put the fortune dice on their ChoCho, then use Luck Toss to turn her into a paper man. We managed to kill it, but we took some damage, so we put another New Year Promise just to restore our Yamausagi to full health. On their turn, they will activate Radiant Night Fire. I have never seen anyone bring that card before. After that, they will activate the Piercing Combat card. Unfortunately, that piercing will make a delicacy out of their ingredients. We lost our Yamausagi, but we still have our Kappa and Komatsumaru. On our turn, we're going to hunt their Awandon because she almost completed her skill. After that, we're going to use Kappa to take out their Gomaru. I didn't use Komatsumaru because I want to stack her stats just a bit more. On their turn, they played Shokurei's field, then just assault using him and pass. On our turn, I tried using another Nimble Leap, but we failed the luck check again. But oh well, at least we dealt some damage to their life, and if only we landed the luck check, we could have destroyed the field. On their turn, they will assault with ChoCho and pass. Good thing they didn't have another One Night Dream. On our turn, we finally reach level 3, so I will put Dazzling Box on Hakushojo. But this was a mistake. I should have put the Fortune Dice first, so that we can get the guaranteed luck check. Then I will put the Fortune Dice 2 on Yamausagi because I want to snipe their ChoCho. But I realized that next turn, Gomaru revives, so I am not taking my chances. On their turn, they will level up ChoCho instead, so of course that means they got her level 3 form. After the assault, they activate Song of Goldleaf on our Hakushojo to get rid of her. And the second Goldleaf will snipe our Komatsumaru. And they are not done yet. They activate One Night Dream to cook with Gomaru. It's looking really bad for us, but we can still make a comeback, believe it or not. First, we evolve Yamausagi to get the projectile effect, then put Summer Kappa on our Kappa to kill their Gomaru and pass. I didn't use the dice because the numbers are too low. On their turn, they will assault to revive our Gomaru. Our Kappa did land the luck check, so that will reduce Komatsumaru countdown. And after that, they will search using Awandon cards. After that, they will use another One Night Dream, this time using Shokurei instead. But that will trigger our Kappa's form again, and we landed the second luck check, so that will revive our lovely Komatsumaru. That wasn't enough, so they will put the level 1 form on Shokurei and pass. Jeez, that was ruthless. But our Kappa did really well. On our turn, we're going to put all of these dice that are in our hand to all of their Shigami just to clear the way. Then we can assault with our Yamausagi, and to finish them off, we use the last fortune dice for that 3 damage projectile to win the game. Well, that was a long and strategic match. We're going to change it up. In this match, we are going gambling. Once again, we get the first turn this time. I don't really have much strategy when fighting against a mirror match, other than we can use our fortune dice on the opponent's Shigami to make them fail the luck check. For starters, we're just going to put Curiosity on Komatsumaru and pass. When fighting against them, I guess we could take our time a little bit more. On their turn, they will use Pinecone Raid to damage our Komatsumaru, then assault, dealing 2 damage and pass. That was kind of a waste of cards, in my opinion. On our turn, we're just going to assault with Hakushojo to put her into combat zone and pass. We don't really have anything worth activating until we reach level 2. On their turn, they will use their kappa to assault and pass. It seems they are also doing the same thing. On our turn, we're going to snipe their komatsu because I do not want them to be able to put any forms on her. After that, we'll use Yamausagi to attack. I know we got the SSR, but I don't think now is the right timing for it. On their turn, they will activate Pinecone Handling twice. They landed the second one, so they will get a draw. After that, they will just pass. Not taking out our Yamausagi will be the reason of their demise. On our turn, we're going to put Summer Kappa on Kappa, then Assault. We didn't land the luck check sadly. After that, we put the Fortune Dice on him to guarantee the next luck check. And we'll snipe their Hakushojo with Water Missile and pass. On their turn, they will put a Fortune Dice on our Komatsumaru, then play Luck Toss, killing our Komatsumaru. Damn, we spent so long buffing her just to get Paper Manned. After that, they will activate their last Pinecone Raid to snipe our Yamausagi and pass. On our turn, we're going to put Treasure Box on Hakushojo. She landed Luck Check, so that will revive our Komatsumaru. After that, we assault with Kappa, just so that we can Luck Check. As long as Hakushojo reach 10 charge, we can get a free draw at the end phase. On their turn, they will activate a River Song that will obliterate our Kappa and deal 2 damage AoE to our Shigami. After that, they will Nimble Leap our Hakushojo and pass. This is intense, man. They are playing really smart. So, on our turn, we're going to snipe their Yamausagi with our own Pinecone Raid. Then we assault with Komatsumaru to take out their own Komatsumaru. This pretty much made the battlefield even, with only one Shigami left each. On their turn, they will assault with Kappa, then put the Kappa Summer to recover their stats and pass. Really good execution, really good, really nice. I think on our turn we are ready for our Rokuyo dice. We activate that and landed a 5, so we get an orb and extra draw. After that, I made a really big misplay. I played the Fortune Dice on Yamausagi instead of their Hakushojo. I didn't realize it until I activated the Luck Toss. So we lost our Yamausagi. Let's just hope they cannot destroy the field. On their turn, they put Curiosity on Komatsumaru, then Assault with Kappa. Okay, that's fine. As long as our field is active, we can still make a comeback from this shitty situation. On our turn, we landed a 4 that only gives a +1/+1 standfast. That's not exactly what we needed, to be honest. But we'll start by putting Dazzling Box on Hakushojo. We landed the Luck Check, so we get the extra orbs. After that, we'll hunt their Hakushojo with our Nimble Leap, also landed the Luck Check. And well, since we got 2 River Song, we might as well use one of them. We got terrible luck because the top deck is only a level 1 card. So we'll finish this turn just by using the Standfast effect and pass. At the end phase, Hakushojo fire off the 10 damage projectile, killing their Kappa. On their turn, they will evolve Yamausagi. Ooh, this is going to be really bad. They put the Fortune Dice 5 on their Komatsumaru. The projectile almost killed our own Komatsu. Then Nimble Leap, hunting our Hakushojo, almost killing her. Then they put another Fortune Dice on our Hakushojo, so that she will fail the next luck check. The projectile will kill our Komatsumaru. On our turn, the Rokuyo Dice will deal 2 damage AoE. So first, we'll try our luck using the River Song. This time, well, it's not a level 3 card, but at least it can clear the combat zone. After that, we will just assault with Kappa so that we have a blocker to keep our field alive. They only have Yamausagi, so I don't think they can luck check on their own, unless they got the SSR. On their turn, they use Fortune Dice 5, then perfect timing to snipe our Hakushojo. Yikes. But they did not continue pressing damage, so I think we could deal some pretty good damage now. At the start of our turn, the Rokyo Dice will deal another 2 AoE, killing their Yamausagi. We will finally evolve our own Yamausagi, then put Summer Kappa on Kappa. We put the Fortune Dice 6 on him before assaulting. Remember, Fortune Dice will deal damage from the projectiles, and it now doesn't cost any orb, so we can just play it on every single thing we see, and the total of the damage is 19 damage in just one turn. And this is using a luck deck. Amazing. And with that, you have reached the end of the video. I sincerely hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any deck requests or suggestions, let me know down in the comments. And if you want to support me, I have Patreon and Ko-Fi links down below. And do not forget to join the Onmyoji Discord because we got some awesome and helpful people in there. That's it from me. See you on the next video or live stream. Bye!